Hi, welcome to eSecta. This is English language class, and we'll be considering nouns for this particular lesson. When you talk about nouns, nouns are actually naming words. They give names of persons, animal, places, or things. And we have different categories or different types of nouns. For a particular sentence, for you to be able to get to know what actually functions as a subject, as the object, as a complement. It is imperative for you to be able to have the knowledge of what a noun talks about. So with that, we'll be considering the types of nouns for this particular lesson. Number one. Number one, we have the common nouns. When you talk about common nouns, just as the name implies, it's actually a noun, a particular type of noun that talks about, that gives name to ordinary person, to animals, to places. That is, it gives general names to set of persons, to maybe a particular animal, to a particular place, or to a particular thing. You don't give it a specific name. It's the name for all those things are generalized. That is why we call them common nouns. For example, we have for an object, you have chair. Chair is, we have, irrespective of the type or category of chair it is, chair is chair. That's a general name for the particular type of object. We have stone, we have school. Then if you just have to now specify the type of school, then you are moving to proper noun. But for the general name for that particular place, it is called school, and that is a common noun. We also have we have common nouns for animals, and that's dog, we have goats, we have hen, and so on and so forth. So these are some of the examples. We have chairs, tables, we have noise, that is for abstract idea. We have school, farm, garden, elephants, dog, so on and so forth. I have so many examples under this. Then we move on to the proper nouns. I'll talk about the proper nouns. The proper nouns give specific names for a particular person, for a particular place, for a particular thing, for a particular animal. When you say specific names, for example, for a particular person, you can say George, you can say Tony, you can say Victoria, Victor, Joshua, so on and so forth. Those are specific names of people, and so they are categorized under the proper nouns. And then when you, one key or vital idea under the proper noun is that for a proper noun, if you are to write a proper noun, you start it with capital letter, irrespective of wherever you find it in the course of a discourse. You should start it with capital letter. It means the first letter should be in capital, while the other should be in small letter. So, for example, we have Lagos. That's a specific name of a place. We have Abeokuta. We have Nigeria as a country. We have Europe, and so on and so forth. That's for place. Now you can also have specific name for institutions. You can have University of Oxford. You can have Sexual Purity Academy. We have you can also have for days, Wednesday, Monday, Thursday, and so on and so forth. We have for month. You can have February. You start with capital letter for each of those words. We have March. We have December, and so on and so forth. So those are examples of proper nouns. And let's move on to concrete nouns. When you talk about concrete nouns are actually nouns that you can touch, you can feel. You can touch them, you can feel them too. They are physical things that you can see. Concrete nouns. Example, you can touch chairs, you can touch the wall, you can touch chairs, tables, beds, so on and so forth. Those are concrete nouns. What you can see, what you can touch with your hands, what you can see with your physical eyes. They are concrete nouns. Then we have abstract nouns too. Abstract. For abstract nouns are nouns that you can't see with your physical eyes, you can't touch them, but you can feel them. Examples, we have noise. When people are making noise, you don't see the noise physically, but you can feel the noise. So we have happiness, we have joy, we have sadness, we have peace, failure, success. They are all examples of abstract nouns. Success, you have peace. They are examples of abstract nouns. Then we have collective nouns. Collective nouns. Collective nouns. When you talk about collective nouns, it's a name given to a group of things or group of persons or group of animals. For example, we have galaxy of stars. That's the name given to a group of stars. We have fleet of cars. We have crowd of people, congregation of worshippers. We have team of players. We have army of soldiers. We have so many other examples under that, bevy of ladies and so on and so forth. All these are known as collective nouns. And say bevy, fleet, army. These are collective nouns. Then we have the count nouns. That is what we call countable nouns. Count nouns. They are nouns that when you can single out a person, you can single out an object, when you can single out an animal, then that is a count noun. You can count them, you can touch them, and you can actually give them numbers. They are known as count nouns. Now examples: chairs, you can see chairs and count them. Beds, you can see and count. Walls, you can see the walls. Maybe buildings, you can count them. You can see books and count them. Those are count nouns. And that's why we make use of these words. Go with count noun. Words such as many, few, several. They are words that we combine plus count nouns. So these are words that we combine with count nouns. I can say, I have few books with me. I have many books. I saw several chairs in that particular house. They are some of the words that we make use of with count nouns. We have the last type of noun, which is uncountable nouns. As the non-count nouns. Non-counts, which tells us that we can't actually single out those objects, we can't single out those persons, like give them numbers, such as food. You can't count food. You can't count water. You can't count oil. You can't count sugar. But there are ways that you can kind of give them, if you want to form their plurals, there are ways that you can combine words to show that this is the plural form of this. So these are some of the words that we make use of. Words that could be combined. Are little. If I say I have little water in my cup, or I added little salt to it. Some. I took some water this morning before coming down. We also have lots. Lots. Match. These are words that you add to non-count now in order to know their number, since you can't actually pluralize them. So with that, we've come to the end of types of noun. In the next lesson, we'll be considering forms of noun. See you in the next class.